The impact of climate change can be seen all around us, with rising CO2 levels now widely acknowledged as driving the acceleration of these changes. Hotter temperatures, melting ice caps, severe storms, drought, and rising sea levels are all among the many indicators that are highlighting the profound and urgent need for change and to meet the goals of the Paris Agreement. Most scenarios for meeting these goals include carbon capture and storage, which could account for 9% of the CO2 reduction, or 2.4 gigatons per year in 2040. With the carbon capture and storage project pipeline growing by 48% to 111 million tonnes per annum in the first 9 months of 2021, CO2 storage is on the threshold of becoming a realistic tool to mitigate climate change. But CO2 storage sites are often far away from producers, and transporting gas is dangerous. With the need to ship an estimated 90 million tonnes of CO2 a year to storage sites by 2040, linking CO2 producers with storage facilities is going to be increasingly critical. While the majority of CO2 will be transported by pipeline, it will never be suitable for all locations and distances. Shipping is complementary to, and not competitive with, pipelines. BW Epic Kosan is part of BW Group and is the world's largest seaborne transporter of intra-regional gases. In a typical year, we perform over 4,000 cargo operations and transport 5.5 million tonnes of gases and petrochemicals between over 200 different ports, performing an average of 5 load operations every day.
So BW Epic Kosan is the leader in transportation of LPG and petrochemicals in smaller gas vessels. Today we have a fleet of 78 ships on the water, trading all over the world. The commodities we carry are a mix of propane, butane, that's LPG, and also petrochemicals. The LPG we carry is typically going for use as heating and cooking in developing economies, and the typical voyage time for those sort of trades is maybe 5 or 6 days at sea. The pathway for us into the carriage of CO2, carbon, is predicated on our knowledge and skills and expertise in the carriage of specialty gases that we already have today.
Some of our 77 specialist vessels can already be adapted to carry CO2, and we can build new cargo-flexible vessels that are also more sustainable.
The other option is that we could build some new ships using our knowledge and contacts and experience in shipyards in Asia, where we've built nearly 20 ships over the last 6 or 7 years and have day-to-day contacts in place to further the new build designs required for CO2 shipping. Another challenge which we all face in the next few years is ensuring that the ships that we do build and trade are capable of doing so in a sustainable way, reducing emissions. And we are also working on projects to reduce the emissions of our ships through use of dual fuel and improvements in hull efficiency and energy consumption on board.
We have the greatest experience in delivering gas transportation solutions with smaller vessels, providing optimal flexibility and accessibility. Our vessels are capable of carrying meaningful cargoes. For example, one ship can carry 10,000 tonnes of CO2, equivalent to 10 days of CO2 output from a big cement plant. This vital process can be fast-tracked to meet the demand of carbon producers.
From a timeline perspective, our ships could be ready within a matter of months if we decided to convert one of our legacy existing vessels. We could also go to shipyards and build new build vessels with dual fuel, economic, sustainable engines within 2 to 3 years.
Carbon capture and storage is a realistic solution that can be utilised by industries that need to urgently reduce their carbon footprint. Our long-standing heritage of transporting gases is built on the highest safety and operating standards, and we are trusted by companies and authorities around the world to handle these dangerous cargoes.
We believe we have the assets and the team, combined with the knowledge and the experience, to deliver solutions for our customers in the transportation of CO2 shipping.